Methodist Brunswick family. I hope you all are well. In the coming days, we're preparing for a new season in the church. This new season in our liturgical calendar is the season of Pentecost. And Sunday will be Pentecost Sunday, a high holy celebration in the life of the Church Universal. So I invite you in the coming days to take the time to read the story of Pentecost in Acts chapter 2, and I would even encourage you to read chapters 1 and 2 in the book of Acts that Luke wrote, and to read it in a translation that's different than what you're accustomed to. So perhaps pull out the Message by Eugene Peterson, or check out the Common English Bible translation as you read Acts 1 and 2 in preparation for Sunday. So during this time, as we wind down the season of Easter and prepare for the second climax in the story of Christ, the giving of the Holy Spirit, let us just embrace this special time in the life of our church. And I do want to read to you the beginning verses of the Pentecost story, and I'll be using New Revised Standard Version, and let you just saturate yourself in this story in the coming days so that we can see the Spirit at work today. So here are these words about the coming of the Holy Spirit, Acts 2. When the day of Pentecost had come, they were all together in one place. And suddenly from heaven there came a sound like the rush of a violent wind, and it filled the entire house where they were sitting. Divided tongues as of fire appeared among them, and a tongue rested on each of them. All of them were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages as the Spirit gave them ability. So that's verses 1 through 4, and I invite you to continue reading through the story about Peter addressing the crowd and such, and the miracle that took place on that historic day. And I want to also remind you that the beauty of the Holy Spirit at work then and at work now is that this is not a historical event that's static and frozen in the past, but instead the Holy Spirit is continually at work, wooing us back to be God's people, forming us, transforming us each and every day. And so where are you looking for the Spirit to move in your life? And I invite you to pray and to go before the throne of God, asking that the Holy Spirit continue to form, transform, shape, remold, and make you into the disciple that Jesus Christ called us to be on behalf of all God's people. And this is also such a beautiful story that we need so badly this day and age, because this was such a diverse group of people, and it was such an inclusive event that the Holy Spirit made sure that they anointed those there with the gift of speaking the language so that everyone could hear the good news. And I think that's just such a potent message for our culture today, that this is good news, not just for us at Brunswick First United Methodist Church, but for all people of all nations. And that's our great commission, to go out empowered by the Holy Spirit to spread love and light. And we can only do it through the power of the Holy Spirit. And I'm so grateful for the ways that the Holy Spirit's at work in our congregation right now, even though we're not together physically, that we're able to still stay connected spiritually. And so thank you for all that you do in response to the nudging of the Holy Spirit. And I invite you to just take these coming days as we prepare for the high holy day of Pentecost to be a time of reflection, and to read the story and to see how it permeates your being at this time, this year. Thank you. Go in peace.